Hi, everyone. Just a quick note before today's episode begins. We do apologize, but there is a recording issue in today's episode. You will note that Mel sounds like she's 2 rooms away from me, but in fact she is about 4 feet away from me. However, the recording issue was discovered and not rectified until after the episode was complete. It is all a learning curve, people. We do this all ourselves without any professional input from some large podcasting group. So we do endeavor to improve all the time. So again, we do apologize. We hope it does not detract from your enjoyment of the episode, and we hope you'll come back and listen again. Thank you. Here's today's episode.
The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to The Absurd, a podcast of the absurd. I, of course, as usual, am joined by my wonderful, charming, and beautiful co-host, Mel.
Oh, I got beautiful today.
Hello, Mel.
Wow. What do you need?
I can't. Can't do it.
We'll let that one go.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's gray.
It is
It's a gray day, but you know what?
It's cooler.
I like it. Me too.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, the heat can bugger off.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
I was very happy. What's today? Monday. Yesterday was the first day of autumn.
Yes, it was.
I love
And
autumn.
it was gross yesterday. It was really sticky, and I wasn't
Yeah.
a fan.
Yeah, it wasn't. Did I
Today?
go outside yesterday? I don't think I went outside
You
yesterday.
didn't go outside
I
yesterday?
don't think so.
Huh.
No.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm not apologizing. That's
I
my
like those kind of days.
that's my winter. That's why I like when it rains.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, I feel totally justified staying inside.
I'm not going anywhere.
Right. If it's nice, I feel compelled, like I should be out there doing something, you know?
I get that.
Anything else new and exciting for you?
No, not really.
No?
Oh, you went to the Lumen Festival or something
I
this
did.
weekend, didn't you?
I did indeed.
And how was that?
It was pretty cool, actually. My friend Catherine and I went up Saturday evening, went out for dinner. It was crazy busy.
Yeah, I figured.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. It was a nice night, too.
It
right?
was very nice. And it was loads of people milling about, but lots of families too, which is cool, I think. And we were fortunate to get a seat on the patio at Piper's.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunate because I know a server.
Do you now?
I do.
You've been there once or twice as well.
I just realized, no, never mind. Yeah, I have been there a few times. And, we had some food. Then we wandered around and checked out some of the exhibits, if you will, displays. And then we went to this, I didn't know what it's called. It was a little Asian dessert place. They sell savory pancakes. We didn't have savory pancakes.
Interesting.
But we each got a chocolate latte, which was, it was top of the line.
Sounds
Top
great.
shelf.
Top shelf.
Yeah. It was sitting up there with Tanya on the top
Yeah.
shelf. But no, it was a good
That's
time.
cool.
Yeah, I recommend if it's back again next year, highly recommend.
Yeah, I was told about it by a girl on my dragon boat team. And she was, I guess she's part of the planning committee for it or something. And so she was trying to encourage everyone to come out for it. But yeah, it was really good.
Good.
It was a really good, looked like it was a really good event.
Hey, before we begin, I have a joke for you.
Oh, God.
Ready?
Can't wait for this one.
Yes, you can. No, you can't. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
If Lady Gaga had a baby, she should name it Goo Goo.
Oh my God. Wow, you're proud of yourself for that one.
That one's awesome.
Yeah.
Get
okay.
it?
Yeah, I
Goo
get
Goo
it.
Gaga.
Yes, I get it. I get it.
That's gold.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of
You
gold.
see what I deal with.
You're lucky. Nice
Nice
snort.
snort.
Yeah, that was good. Keeping that in. Do you got a story for us?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Do you want to talk about cows?
I love cows.
And like cattle, not like,
Horrible people?
horrible people.
No, I knew what you meant. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, I like cattle.
I like cattle.
Well, not just because I like hamburgers and roast beef and stuff, but I've had some pretty good conversations with cows.
Have you now?
Yeah. Well, your business, what we talked about, obviously. But, yeah.
Anyways. Do you know that cattle are a common cause of death in the UK farming industry?
I didn't specifically know that, but I'm not surprised. And I'll
I
bet
was
you it's the
surprised.
same here, too.
I was surprised, actually.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Anyways, Jill Gilmore, she says, I remember feeling I was about to die.
Whoa.
Because she was attacked by some cows.
Jeez.
She and her husband, Mark, were walking their dog, Finnegan.
Good name. That's a good name for it.
They were in the Stockport area and had just climbed over a still.
I don't know how do you spell it.
S-T-I-L-E. I know what it means. It's like the ladder stair things that go up into the pasture so the cows won't
I would say
fall
style.
off. Style?
By the way,
Yeah.
the name Finnegan for the dog, what does that remind you of?
Mr. Dress Up.
Okay, thank you. Wasn't just me then. Okay, sorry, go ahead. We're at the style.
Okay, we're at the style. On a public footpath, which is basically a sidewalk.
Well, it's a right away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jill was slightly ahead with Finnegan on a short lead when a group of cows appeared. It was just instant, she says. The herd of 20 or 30 cows attacked her, butting her to the ground.
What?
She doesn't remember the details, just snippets. Hooves coming down on her and an acceptance that she was dying. I had kind of relaxed, she says. Then Mark came up to me and just absolutely shouted at me to get up. He helped me up, got my arms around his neck, and he tried to get them out of the field, dragging her under the gap under the fence. Conscious that the cows would attack again. She finds it easier to talk about than Mark does, she says. He actually witnessed it. So she can talk about it, but he can't.
Wonder if these cows were skinheads or something.
Maybe.
Anyway, go on.
She told him to leave her there to die.
Wow, that's one way.
The cows had broken both sides of Gilmore's pelvis,
Whoa!
12 ribs, and 2 bones in her neck and her arm.
Oh my god.
Her lungs were damaged, and she had head and ankle injuries. She underwent 3 days of surgery and spent 2 weeks in intensive care.
Jeez.
For 10 days, she was on a ventilator. After came 3 months of hospital rehab. It's not funny, sorry.
No, it's not, but it's...
I have images in my head.
I have questions.
Much of it with a massive external fixator on my pelvis, like a scaffolding frame, which meant she could not move or even roll independently. Cattle are the most common cause of accidental death in the UK agricultural industry. From March 2019 to March 2023, cattle were responsible for 22 deaths in England, Scotland, and Wales of farm workers and members of the public. Deaths are just part of the picture. According to reports, 257 cattle instances, including fatalities, injuries, and concerns, were reported from 2015 to 2021. Like, that's a lot of... That's a lot to me. I don't know. I guess you just don't hear about cows coming at people.
No, okay, but I think maybe that's kind of what we're thinking. We're thinking, well, okay, this woman got attacked. 20 or 30 cows, though?
I mean,
well,
I don't want to do that.
They couldn't have been very big. Like, how did she get surrounded? You can't get surrounded by 30 cows.
Yeah, I guess they just came at her. Because, I mean, you get one cow that starts running, all the other ones go, oh shit, I guess we gotta run.
I guess. But,
and they all just start running.
But what I was going to say is that, okay, like if you're a farmer, you're a beef or dairy farmer.
Yeah.
Cows are big animals.
Yes.
They don't even necessarily have to mean to hurt you.
No.
To hurt you.
No.
Right?
Well, it says here, even a gentle knock from a cow can result in people being crushed or falling.
Sure.
Because they walk past with their heads, not their body. Like, they don't consider their body, their big round bodies behind them.
Right. So you could be standing up the, a fence of a stall in a barn.
Yeah.
And the cow comes by and it doesn't mean, well, it doesn't care. It doesn't mean anything. And you get rubbed out because you get basically crushed against the wall.
Yeah.
Well, that's death by cow.
Yeah.
But there was nothing necessarily malicious or, obviously cows don't eat us.
No.
But this story seems really weird.
Yeah.
Like,
there was a bunch of them too. Like this was a really large article that I was reading, so there was a lot of different stories very similar to this. And like just awful things happening from cows.
And like I said, I'm not surprised at all by that many people being killed by cows, particularly farmers. I guarantee you that 22 or whatever the number was of fatalities, that the overwhelming majority are farmers, or people working on a farm. They weren't people just, walking down Main Street, and they got dummied by a cow.
Well, the ones that I read, they were just regular run-of-the-mill people.
Really?
And some of them had dogs with them, so the cows could have got spooked by the dog.
Yeah, but generally, if you get spooked by something, you don't
run
run towards it.
Yeah.
Oh
my God, a dog! Let's
my
run
God,
away.
everyone, fire! I'm gonna run towards it.
Yeah. The average weight of a UK dairy cow is 1,300 pounds.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
know
big.
if they're any bigger there than they are here.
Well, it'd be similar breed, like Holsteins or Charolais or Jerseys or whatever. I think Charolais are dairy cattle, aren't they?
Animal.
Aren't Charolais dairy cattle?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not helping.
I mean, they're all European in origin.
Right.
The cow breeds, right? So, wow.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So don't be pissing off some cows.
No, I still like them. It's weird though, if you ever go on a farm and you walk up to a pen where the cows are, they will all back right off. They'll go away from you, but they'll all look at you. And you're like, guys, why are you afraid? Like, there's essentially nothing I can do to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
When am I going to punch you in the head? Shatter my hand into a trillion pieces? It's all bone. But then they'll edge forward because they kind of want to check you out, right? And then if you're like, you raise your hand up, they'll back off again. You're like, oh God, how long is this going to go on for? Well, that's something.
Yeah, it's something.
Makes me feel less bad about like eating a hamburger or something. Hey, have you ever flown? Like on an airplane?
Oh, many times.
Do you like the meals?
Well, what meals? They don't really have meals much anymore, but
don't they?
I guess some of the larger ones probably do. But
yeah, like I don't mean like going up in your buddy's Cessna. No, they don't come around with a meal cart then. I'm talking airlines.
Yeah, I actually didn't mind airline food.
No,
like
it was
back
okay.
in the day, it was
yeah,
alright.
Yeah. When you went to Newfoundland, was there meals on the plane?
Yeah, but deer. Not
Like
like
venison?
deer. Not deer meat.
Oh.
Expensive.
Oh, really? Who'd you fly with again? Actually, never mind. Did you fly out of Kitchener?
Yes.
Okay, I know who it is.
Yes.
Right. Okay, well...
Tell me more.
I will. I almost sang a song from Grease, and I hate that movie.
Go for it.
Tell me more, tell me more. Shut up. Airline meals hardly carry high expectations. I think you would agree with that.
Fair.
But this week, a passenger faced more than just a disappointing supper after a mouse crawled out of their meal, forcing their flight to make an unscheduled landing.
How big was this meal that there was a mouse in it?
I don't know. The incident occurred during a Scandinavian Airlines flight from Oslo to Malaga on Wednesday, forcing the plane to land in Copenhagen, the company said. Airlines usually strictly prohibit rodents on board because the animals can chew through electric wiring, key to the operation of a plane. Yes, I should think so.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Believe it or not, a lady next to me opened her food and a mouse jumped out, wrote one passenger, Jarl Borsted, on Facebook, along with a photograph showing him smiling next to two women, also smiling. Øystein Schmidt, a spokesperson for Scandinavian Airlines, said that in line with our procedures, there was a change of aircraft and the passengers were flown to Malaga, Spain on another flight. This is something that happens extremely rarely. That doesn't mean never.
Yeah, exactly. Extremely rarely.
We have established procedures for such situations, which also include a review with our suppliers to ensure this does not happen again.
Oh my gosh.
It was not the first time a loose rodent has caused a ruckus. In 2017, a British Airways flight at Heathrow Airport bound for San Francisco failed to take off after a mouse was spotted on board. After a 4-hour delay, a replacement aircraft was found. It is thought to have cost British Airways about £250,000, which is $451,000 Canadian.
Jeez.
Unscheduled landings are not always due to a technical or safety concern. Last year, a United Airlines service heading from Houston to Amsterdam was diverted to Chicago after an unruly business class passenger interrupted the flight because his first meal choice was reportedly unavailable. Jesus, how entitled are you?
Wow.
In 2017, a Qatar Airways plane was forced to land mid-flight after a woman discovered her husband was having an affair. Like, what does that mean? Was he having an affair right on the plane? Like in the seat beside her?
Mile High Club?
I really don't get that. Like,
Yeah.
did she get a email from somebody and said, "Hey, your husband's screwing around with Patsy.
Stop the plane!
Yeah, I must go home and confront these people."
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I don't know, that's a weird one.
But,
Maybe
yeah.
one of the flight attendants.
But the mouse, yeah, I mean, they could wreak havoc, I suppose. I wouldn't want one on the plane.
No.
You know?
No.
Like, I'm not really anti-mouse. They serve their purpose in the food chain, but I don't
suppose.
really want them.
I don't really want them on the airplane.
No, I don't want them around me at all.
Or in my food.
Definitely
Definitely
not
in my food. I'm so curious what she had, though. That a mouse could hide in there.
I don't know.
What, like...
Salmon croquettes.
Yes.
I don't know. Mice like pretty much everything.
Well, this is very
You know. So yeah, that's check your meal well, or just bring some snacks on the plane without mice in them. That'd be the best bet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you got one for us here. It's a little on the grim side.
Yeah, let's
Do I get to use my sound effect, do you think, for this one?
No.
You sure?
It's fine. People know what they're getting into when they listen to us.
Yeah, but I like using that sound effect.
Okay, use it.
Okay, go ahead.
A former model who was a finalist in the Miss Switzerland contest was allegedly murdered and pureed in a blender by her husband.
Jesus. How long is... Anyway, go on. Sorry.
The gruesome discovery was made on February the 13th. Oh, Valentine's Day. Well, the day before.
Yeah, I was going to say, what... Never mind. It's not Valentine's Day.
The discovery was made after her parents had become concerned for her welfare, and her father began searching the house after her husband repeatedly pleaded ignorance to her whereabouts. They traveled to the couple's family home, but Thomas, who is said husband, allegedly told them he was unaware of her location and claimed she would just leave sometimes. For hours he pretended as if nothing was wrong, chatting to her father and making dinner for everyone before tucking the children into their beds. The father of the murdered Miss Switzerland finalist discovered her decapitated head in a garbage bag in the laundry room, while her 2 young children played in the next room.
Okay, I'm just laughing at the term decapitated head, like not a decapitated foot. Anyway.
Yes.
That's horrible.
Yes.
Horrible.
He reportedly ran from the garage screaming and asked a passerby to contact the police, which led to his son-in-law's arrest.
Good.
An autopsy has given her cause of death as strangulation, while there was also been previous signs of blunt force trauma. Her body was then dismembered in a laundry room with a jigsaw, knife, and garden shears. Body parts were then chopped up and put in a hand blender. He used a hand blender to puree several body parts and dissolve them in chemical solution.
Oh, God.
Thomas was arrested the day after they found her remains. He initially told investigators that he had found her dead by the stairs and panicked and dismembered her body in the laundry room.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're dead. Let's.
I better cut them up. I should not call the hospital. Yeah. What an idiot. Well, among other things.
Yeah. Prosecutors claim that Thomas has shown a lack of empathy and cold-bloodedness after killing his wife.
Clearly.
And trying to cover it up. An ongoing investigation found that there's concrete indications of mental illness underpinning the case, while Thomas claiming that he had acted in self-defense.
Bullshit.
The public prosecutor's office is yet to file charges against the husband, who is still in custody.
Right. This is in Switzerland, eh?
Mm-hmm.
It's not very neutral of him.
What was her name? It's Yuksminovic.
It's hot. No.
Christine Yuks, whatever I said. Anyways, yeah, I was looking at pictures of her too, because I was reading the file, and I was like, man, how, like, I don't understand people. Like, if I find somebody dead when I come home, I'm not gonna be like, oh no.
Well, no, I mean, he obviously murdered her, but I don't even really get that. Like,
yeah. Like, there's no context as to why or what was leading up to it. I guess it doesn't really matter. He strangled her to death, and yeah, who knows what happened before that, but
I guess I can't imagine having that much rage.
that's a lot of rage.
Wow.
That's a lot of rage.
Okay, like, not just to kill them. Okay, like, I can't really imagine that, but I suppose I could imagine a situation in which I might want to murder somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But, and presumably at some point he cared about her, loved her.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. But then to, like, beyond callous, hack them up, methodically,
Yeah.
I might add. It's not like you threw in a wood chipper in a fit of passion.
No.
This had to take some time.
Yeah.
Right?
At what point do you just have to tell yourself, I should stop?
Well, how big is this hand blender? Like, is it an industrial-sized bread kneader? Or is it a little, like, you know, immersion blender? Like, that's going to take some time.
All while his kids are in the other room.
Yeah. Like, we'd be talking hours upon hours upon hours of work.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that guy's got some serious issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks.
And, yeah. I can't even imagine, like, being the parent and coming over trying to find your daughter and...
Right, just leave.
Find their head in a garbage bag.
Yeah, well, hopefully he's not ever getting out.
Well, I hope not.
That's horrifically horrific.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of a downer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's a lot of a downer. Especially for her.
Yeah.
And the kids, that's who I really feel horrible for. And the parents. Right? Her parents, like...
I mean... I'm going to sneeze again.
Do it, man.
Oh, nope, it's gone.
No, right.
I said it out loud. I tricked it away.
Too bad, because you're probably Jones and, I'm going to call it a snoff. Where you sneeze and cough at the same time.
Yes. A snoff.
It's quite liberating, let me tell you.
Hashtag snoff. Snoff? What'd you say?
Snoff.
Snoff.
SNOUGH. You should do a hashtag for that.
Okay. Anyways, do you have something to pick us up?
I think I do.
Okay.
I think that I do.
All right.
All right, so this has been all over news sites in the past few days. A boy who was kidnapped from an Oakland playground in 1951 has been found alive on the East Coast.
Holy moly.
A remarkable resolution to a mystery that has haunted his family for over half a century.
I guess so.
Oh yeah, it's like almost 70 years.
Jeez.
On February 21st, 1951, 6-year-old Luis Armando Albino was playing with his older brother Roger at Jefferson Square Park. The boys had recently immigrated with their mother and 4 other siblings from Puerto Rico. Life in California was not easy for the Albinos. To keep the family afloat, Mother Antonia picked fruit by day and sewed gloves by night. That afternoon, Luis and 10-year-old Roger walked down the block from their home to play in the park. They were approached by a woman in her 30s wearing a green bandana over her hair who began chatting with Luis in Spanish. She promised she would buy him candy if he came along with her, and little Luis agreed to join her.
Oh, Lord.
Wary, Roger trailed the pair for a while before returning home to alert an adult to the strange encounter. Oakland police were called by frantic family members, and a search was immediately launched. At first, investigators doubted Roger's account, wondering if Luis had accidentally wandered into the bay and drowned. The Coast Guard was deployed to search the waters off Jack London Square. Though pressed repeatedly, Roger never changed his story about the unknown woman. This is a rare situation when a boy disappears and doesn't eventually show up, alive or dead. DeFrea, a police officer, said in 1966, "I'd give an awful lot to find out why." Decades passed. In 2020, Luis' niece, Alida Aliquin, took a DNA test on a whim. The service returned several possible family members to the Oakland woman. One of them was a man who Aliquin had never met. After some internet sleuthing, she began to suspect this man might be the missing uncle she'd heard so much about. She reached out to the man but didn't hear back. Earlier this year, Aliquin tried again. Armed with photos, she took the evidence to the Oakland Police Department's missing person unit. In short order, the FBI and California Department of Justice were also investigating her lead. They discovered the man was living on the East Coast, had worked as a firefighter, and served 2 tours in Vietnam with the Marine Corps. A DNA test confirmed what she had suspected. This was Luis Albino. In June, Luis flew to California to reunite with his family, among them his devoted brother Roger. The joyous meeting was also a fortuitous one. Roger died 2 months later.
Oh, no.
"I think he died happily," Alcuin told the Mercury News. "He was at peace with himself, knowing that his brother was found." The mystery of Luis' kidnapping still remains. For over 70 years, he lived on the East Coast, believing he was the son of another couple. It's not clear who those people are or if they had any relationship to the Albinos prior to the kidnapping. Oakland police and the FBI did not respond to requests for more information. The kidnapping investigation is ongoing. Sadly, Luis' mother did not live to see her son again. She died in Oakland in 2005. She kept photographs of him with her until the day she died, a constant reminder of the lost boy that spurred Aliquin to take up her search. When Luis met Aliquin for the first time this summer, he held her in an embrace and said, "Thank you for finding me."
Aww. Man.
That's heavy.
That is heavy.
I'm a little surprised. What did they say? He was 5? 5 or 6?
6.
6. I'm a little surprised that a boy, well, a child, like if you were like 2 and you got kidnapped or whatever by a couple who did you no harm. I mean, kidnapping is harm, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
And they raised you as their own.
Yeah.
You could easily not remember
Absolutely.
your previous family.
Yeah.
6?
6? Yeah, you would
I don't
think...
know, man. That's...
I don't know.
Now, that doesn't mean he doesn't remember. They could have easily fabricated a story.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Your parents are dead.
You're still young enough that you can have your mind
Oh,
changed and not realize it,
easily.
right?
Easily. And, like I said, it's not, you know what Stockholm Syndrome is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe there's a bit of that at play in it, too.
Yeah, it could be.
But
I'm curious, though. Like
70 years? Damn it. Like, that's...
So
That's
it sounds like he was raised fine.
Well, I guess
define
so.
fine, but like he was raised.
He was raised.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, we know it's not an uncommon thing, particularly for women, to go into hospitals and steal babies.
Oh, I know.
Like because they can't have one. Mm-hmm. I'm not justifying that for a second, but it's immeasurably better than wanting to do evil.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's still evil, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
You know what I mean.
Yep.
So I'm guessing this is the case. And, you know, I heard you kind of chuckle a little bit when it said that that she offered him candy. And I know why you chuckle. Because it's such a classic thing.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
This is 1951. You know?
And what kid doesn't want candy? I mean, I'd probably go too.
Me too. Like, and you know, this is a grossly unfair, but you're approached by a woman.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong, but we do generally teach children to be well. We don't really do it, but
I know what you're saying.
More leery of men than women.
Yeah.
And it's probably just, but it doesn't. I mean, like the kid that went missing a number of years ago in Woodstock, who ended up dead. I don't remember her name. All over the news. All over. I won't even say her name anyway.
Yeah.
But it was a woman who lured her in conjunction with a guy.
Sure.
But she still did it of her own free will and volition. So it happens, you know.
Oh, that's like what my nightmares are made of.
But again, we discussed a while ago, I think maybe even just last week, getting abducted by a stranger it's not unheard of, but it's so rare.
Yeah.
So rare.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in the under 5% of cases.
Yeah.
You know, that's a bit of a guess, but I'm betting it's about that low. It's almost always an estranged parent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Or someone who knows the kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's really sad for the guy's mother that she didn't get closure on it. That's got to suck.
I can't even fathom. I had this conversation with a friend of mine about, you know, like I said, that's what my nightmares are made of.
Yeah, sure.
Someone will take my children. And we were talking about that. It's like, how do you live not knowing where your kid is?
Oh, God.
Like, it sounds horrible, but I would almost rather find them dead than live the rest of my life wondering where they are, what's happening to them.
Yep.
You know, it would kill me.
And it's not horrible. I bet you I know that is a consensus.
Yeah.
Because you've got closure.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean...
Not the closure you want, but...
No.
It's better than going your whole life and not knowing where your kid is.
Right.
Like,
right.
that would eat me alive.
And let's just, Stephen, like, even if it's not a kid... Like,
yeah.
Just, you know, early on in podcasting, and I can't remember the name of this podcast, but it was about missing people. And of course, there's no shortage of such podcasts.
Right.
It actually really started to hit me after listening to it. I'm like, God damn it. This is bleak, man. You know, murders, and some of them are, well, all murders are revolting, but some of them are just utterly heinous. But to not know.
Yeah, that's awful.
And then these assholes that do it
yeah.
and take it to the grave.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'm not telling you where your loved one's body is.
Yeah.
I don't believe in hell. I hope, for those people's sake, that I'm wrong. Right?
Yeah.
And it's way worse than any Bible talks about. So, but I think in the end, that's a good story.
Yeah.
You know, his brother he was 10. That must have hit him so hard to be there.
Yeah. But you're 10. Again, you're not that much older. Like,
no.
Would you even know what to do? I don't know.
He did the right thing. He followed them for a while.
Yeah.
And then he went home to get help. Good move, kid.
Yeah.
That's... What else are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But... So that brother got closure.
Yes.
That's
good.
Yeah.
That's good. Happy ending in the end.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for the most part it's a happy ending. So...
That's it?
It is it.
That's it.
That's it.
What we got. Yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to our peoples?
Yeah, I got some stuff.
Good. Lay it on.
If you guys want to check out our website at theabsurdpodcast.ca, there you'll find all of our links to our streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, you know, all the fun stuff. You can get all the links there, and you can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and that information is on there too.
Heck yeah, it is. And you know...
What?
We're doing a bonus episode too this week.
Yeah.
We'll launch this one first.
Yes.
And then the bonus episode, I don't know. Next day, 2 days later,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
We're rebels. We don't.
Yes, we are absolute
Yeah.
rebels.
To heck with the system. Fight the
Yes.
power.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys have any stories or anything you want to contribute,
Yeah.
please drop us a DM and slip into my DMs and tell me some stories. And
Sounds
we'd love to cover it.
dirty. Hey, baby, want to slip into my DM?
You should do that.
I just
would
did
pay
it.
you money to do that in public.
What? Say it to somebody?
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know. Like somebody I know?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's not happening. Because, I'm not that hesitant to say stuff.
I know you're not.
But I don't want it to be taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
There's only one way to take that, and that's the wrong way. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone again for listening.
Yes.
Thanks for coming by.
Bye.
No, I didn't say...
I know you said thanks for coming by, but I heard it as thanks for coming.
This is all going... It's going on the floor, dude. It's being cut out.
Oh my god.
Anyway, thank you everyone. Hopefully you'll stop back in again next week. And, take care of yourselves and each other.
I can say it now?
Sure can.
Bye.
Bye. My God.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mal. Music by Audionautics.com.